Okay. And do you want to, oh, there you go. So if you go back to the prior, thank you. So what, guys, and the reason why I asked, oh, thank you, Kathy. And Kathy, excellent job always. You are Johnny on the spot. And you talking about somebody is a jack of all trades. I mean, Kathy can do all things, and we really appreciate you. This deck, guys, that we're working on is brand new, hot off the presses, and so we're going to be working with it. You're going to get it for the first time that I'm actually getting to see it. But I am an Ruby with Arcana, and Arcana means in the hands of God. And we are actually 5.5 years old. So we're very proud of Arcana in our company because we have journeyed through and we have brought to the market some very exciting and beneficial products for individuals. And our line is just fantastic. So what we're going to be sharing today, I don't know if you have pen and paper, or if you're going to need it, but it's going to be a lot of information. And what we're training on today is a plugger and tracking training for Eat Right for Your Blood Type, the generational health campaign. And so this is new information to a lot of people. You guys, some of you, and that's why I was looking at the names on the screen. Some of you have been with Akana for a while, so you know who we are, what the different product lines that we have. Some of you just got on board based on blood type eating, okay, based on the blood type information. Some of you came on board from our flat belly lifestyle life that started in like October of 21 that we started that journey. And so you guys are on a lot of different levels. So what I'm going to do is give you information and point you to places so that you can get this information yourself later. So the training is going to cover the three Arcana postcards, and so I call them pluggers. And you stay right there from the training will cover the three Arcana pluggers and cards. Oh, good. I didn't know what I was going to say. And some people, I call them pluggers. And what we found out that in Chicago, we have a concept called pluggers. So for parties, and we just call them pluggers, but when we put it out there on behalf of a kind of nationwide, people didn't know what they were that I was talking about. But some people call them postcards. So sometimes you're here to call it a plugger, sometimes you're here to call it a card. And then we're going to talk about the tracking process. So today's intention is to help distributors use any of the three pluggers you may have. So if you review the original plugger training on our app, that's where you're going to need to go to get the detailed strategy, which we will not be covering today. So when we first came out with the first plugger, which is not identified on this screen. So we had three pluggers. Okay, there you go. If you guys look, you see that one in the middle where my cursor is going? That was the first plugger that we had. We're going to talk about that. And then we had our second plugger, which is the one that's in the first spot. The intent of the distributors, yes? I thought somebody was talking to me. The intent is for the distributors to use any of the three plugger cards that you may have. And then we have the newest plugger, which is the one that is in the third position. The Arcana Blood Type campaign will now focus on generational health instead of the Guinness World Records. And some of the reasoning behind that is that the responsibilities or the requirements to clear the requirements for the Guinness Book of Records are humongous, guys. So Arcana's idea is still to affect 1 million families overall, but now we're not limited to 18 months. Let's see what Kathy's next slide is. So tip number one, make sure that your personal information is on your plugger and or postcard. And that's because if you go back and you look at the original strategy training that's found on the app, if you are a kind of distributor, you have the ability to download our app. On the app, under the recordings section, you will find a training that we did 2 months ago on the original plugger that we had. It tells you what to do with it, how to put your information on it, the Avery labels, all that. That's your homework. So that will not be discussed today. So we want you to go back and make sure that on each of these cards, your personal information should be on the plugger. So tip 2, if you have plugger number 1, continue to use them until they are gone. The focus is still the same. Do you know your blood type? So I have plugger number 1, plugger number 2, and nobody has plugger number 3 yet. But my information is on there. I have places that I use those pluggers. I am going to continue to use those pluggers until they are gone. So the focus is still the same. Do you know your blood type? Tip 3, if you have plugger number 2, same thing, continue to use them until they are gone, because steps 1 through 5 are basically the same. Plus, continue to point out the 5 foods to avoid. So if you look at the first plugger and the second plugger, we still on the back of the plugger have the 5 blood types, where we have the 4 blood types, and then the combined A, B, O, and then the AB, what to avoid. That is still relevant, guys. So continue to use that plugger or card until it is gone, and you can focus on that area. Makes it relevant and keeps it relevant. So we're going to see where Kathy's going to take me next. All right, hot off the presses, plugger number 3 has been refined to focus on our new driver, which is generational health. And we want to give Ma Mitchell all her due for bringing this concept into being for us. We will ask her later to share where her heart is all into that, and how Akana has adopted that as our central focus of generational health. Now, one of the things, this is information, guys. This is a training. This is not me trying to sell you anything. I'm telling you information. So this is going to be basic. Now, if you remember, and I don't have the prices in front of me, we had 50 cards for like $19.99. Then we had 40 cards for $14.99. I don't know what the stack is going to be, but we do know that between the card number 1, which was thick and big, and then the card number 2 that was more like paper, this card is going to be in the middle. We realized that the weight that the printer suggested for the second card was not heavy enough. The weight for the first card was too heavy. This is details, guys. We're talking business here. Like I said, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to train you. So this new card is going to have a heavier weight, okay? And so the pricing still is going to be in the same area. You can get 50 cards for $19.99 or $24, whatever it's going to be. But having been in the direct marketing business for years, I have used pluggers through many of my organizations, and the pricing that Akana is making these cards available to us is you cannot get that doing this yourself, because for the bulk amount that you would have to buy to get the pricing that we're going to get, Akana, you can't do it. So the price is going to be affordable. And Melissa said that the cards, she's going to try to have them available for a pre-order at least by tomorrow. So look forward to that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to review the card now. So here's the thing about these pluggers or cards. When you have them, you should read them. You should. Where do we put our info on the new card? Ma Mitchell, I'm gonna spank you. Okay, you're gonna have to wait. Blood type O. All right, and it's also on the training from the strategy, but you're gonna see it in a second. So when this is side 1 of the card, what you want to notice is that the health crises, and we're going to make a typing correction on that. It's going to be an E instead of I in there. The health crises that we are ignoring is heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and shortened life expectancy. Now, if you think about that, and you think about our Zoom trainings, don't we cover that information? Don't we cover what people need to understand about the five major areas that we're targeting? So that there you have it. You have a Kindness logo, you have a nurse person, and then you have a generational family sitting there holding a grandbaby, like me and my brother-in-law. My son's father-in-law were on talking about our grandbaby. So 5 steps to generational health is number 1. Same thing, guys. Do you know your blood type? So that's on all 3 of the pluggers. And then you see the blood types are identified there. So that's was new to me getting introduced to the blood type eating. I didn't know specifically, even at 69, when I got introduced to it 3 years ago, what specifically the blood types were. But they're A, B, O, and AB. So now that's locked in. We know that, we understand that, and we do have some color coding to go with that. So number 1, understanding your blood type is the first step toward generational health and breaking the cycle of disease. Step number 2, so these are the 5 steps of generational health for our campaign going forward, guys. Step number 2, learn what's best for you. Discover the foods that can heal or harm you based on your blood type. Step number 3, this is so crucial to have on your card. It's not, it can't be plural with that many S's. And I love guys. This is a working call. I looked it up, and you have to make the I a E instead of, you can't make it. So we'll discuss that and make sure we get it right. Number 3, get your blood type starter kit. Now, if you're, I try to tell people I'm a distributor. Okay, I'm a marketer. I mean to get into the marketplace and make money. So when you give somebody this card and you're telling them these steps, right here, step 3, it says, get your blood type starter kit. And what does that mean? It includes everything you need: a test kit, a meal plan, the yes list, the detox tea, and a sample of our flat belly fuel. Guys, that is our packet. That is our starter kit. And once you are using this card, you are able to point to that. You're able to say, okay, thanks, Ann. Thanks, Elizabeth. You're able to point to that because that's where you're driving people to. Did you guys heard me talking to my in-law saying, well, did you do your bitters yet? Well, he knew we've helped him find out his blood type. Have you done your bitters? Now he has to try the fuel. So that's where your focus is, getting people to get started with that starter kit. Number 4, transform your diet. Incorporate easy to follow blood type recipes for you and your family. Guys, stay around us, stay around Minister Mooney, stay around the cooks. You're going to learn some recipes and some ways to eat more healthily and with delicious food for your blood type. Number 5, share the gift of health. Inspire others to create generational health with your success story. Guys, we have that started already. And so now what we're going to do is boost that up, because now we're looking into the generational health and getting this information out to more people. Look at the last column. Arcana is dedicated to empowering 1 million families to achieve generational health by embracing the transformative benefit of eating right for their blood type. Bam, there's our campaign, guys. That card says it all, but guess what? Each of the other 2 does also. Kathy, I'll go to the next slide if it's there. Ma Mitchell, that's where your your contact me goes. Here's the back of the plug. Look at this, guys. I'm not even going to talk about Ernestine. We're going to do an aside for her in a minute, because whoever, for us that know Ernestine, we know how great this is to have her representing us on this card. Look at this card. Now, food that heals one can harm another. I keep, my in-law was on, so I'm going to keep using his story in terms of he didn't know. He didn't know he's a blood type A. He didn't know that eating bananas and tomatoes was harming him. He was eating it like with the rest of the people. And so now we know that. Here's your key on the back of your card: food that heals one can harm another. Let me share a little insight. This is how smart Melissa is. I said, Melissa, what about one man's food is another man's poison? She said, Margaret, I think that's somebody else's logo and we don't want to infringe on any copyrights. I was like, oh. And so she went and found an exact duplicate of that concept, guys. So I'm bringing these things to your attention because your card needs to be live for you. It should not be something that is sitting in the corner or in the box or on your table in your house. These things need to go out and you need to be able to really share them with people and for you to be proud of the card that you're going to be passing out. So it says, join the campaign. Break the cycle of generational illness, support your family's unique health journey, improve digestion and boost energy levels, lose inches, and eliminate the waste. What are we talking about when we have our Zooms and our elevation experiences? This is what we're talking about, guys, and it's all condensed now into just these 4 little areas, because this is what our campaign is going to be bringing people to. Now, so look at this, 63 years young, meet Ernestine Davis. We live in Chicago, so we know Ernestine. So if you guys that don't and haven't met her, do know that she's a ball of fire. Ernestine was already a fitness coach, but once she found a counter, I hope that one day she'll be on the call for us and give us her story, how she thought she was healthy. She thought when she found out her blood type and she started doing the cleanses, she turned into this other magnanimous person that you see on this picture. So she says, switching to foods tailored to my blood type helped me lose belly fat, improve my digestion, and achieve 4th place in a bikini contest at 63 years young. I feel healthier and more vibrant than ever. She's our poster child now, but she's actually was our poster child too for our flat belly builder. So our products are formulated by us. We own the formulas for all of our products. And Ernestine was to use that protein builder, which now has gone over to be our meal replacement fuel. And the construction of it is the same, but the fuel is more of a meal replacement other than just a muscle builder. So kudos to Ernestine. If you want to know more about her, go to her Facebook page and you'll see her journey when she won this contest like last April. It wasn't even that long ago. And she's actually still doing some things with training for everybody now. Definitely look her up. So now the top 5 foods to avoid by blood type. Your blood type, your food, your health, your legacy. Remember what we talked about on the other 2 pluggers. Same thing, A, B, O, A, B, and then the last one, the combination. So those little 5 things, foods to avoid, gets people's attention, okay? A didn't know, B didn't know, I didn't know, well, I'm not a B, my son's a B, I keep talking about him, chicken. And I'm not gonna read those guys because we're very familiar with those, but I'm saying continue to point those out. Now look what we have, order now. That's the call to action. Contact me. That's what Ron Mitchell asked for. Where should my information go in? I am not going to do a training on Avery's or how to get your QR code. No, please go back. A QR code on there. That is something that we're going to have to do in another training. I'm going to ask Dr. Ross to help us with that because that's more intricate than what I'm just trying to introduce you guys to today. But look under order now. To get started, go online and create a customer account. This is crucial. In this business, I equate accounting with Amazon. You cannot make an order on Amazon unless you have an account. You have to have an account and an email and password. Same thing for here. So when you get your customers, they need to create an account on your website so that you get credit for their purchases. Now, if you're putting this card out in the country and it's floating around in this different places, we still need to direct people to create an account, not to sign out as a guest. You will never see that connected to you, and you've done the work of getting these cards out. Here's another new area that may not have come into focus with the other plugger, but it was there. To learn more, go to knowyourbloodtype.com. So how many people have gone to that website? It's been there, and it was on the other card. So when you go to, and so think about this card is representing you out in the world. You're not going to be there a lot of times with the card with the strategy that I had suggested earlier. But when people go to that bloodtype.com, it has two uses. When a person purchases a starter kit 1 or a starter kit 2, they're going to get a code that's actually connects to this website. And that code is where they're going to get their digital download. So like once you find out if you're ABO or AB, you're going to get a code. You're going to be able to go to this website and be able to get a download of what you should be eating for your blood type. But then on the other hand, if you are getting this card out and the person hasn't purchased anything, they can get the card. And this is what distributors need to know. If you do it on your laptop, you have to go select home, because when it opens up to needing a code. But when you go, but if you don't have a code because you're just looking into, curious, what is this website? But the person has to press home, and it's going to take them to the Flat Belly Lifestyle website. That big website that we have where they can download the free ebook, get the testimonies and everything, that is connected with this website. The other way, if you're on your cell phone and you want the person hasn't made a purchase, but you want them to get into information, Bernadine Kirkland calls it a hamburger. Those 3 little lines that are pretty much in the right-hand corner, or I don't know, on your, you got an Android or iPhone where it is. You press that and then you select home. So guys, this card is all inclusive. You could actually stand there with a person or talk a person through finding out a lot of the information that they need to know just by using that card, by having the card. And so I want to see what is the next slide, Kathy. Okay. The concept is to distribute the plugger or card on a regular basis, either by strategically placing them in embedded locations and or handing them directly to people who you can also invite to any of the blood type Zooms on Wednesday, on blood type Zooms, or the Wednesday elevation event, or the Thursday elevation event, or any upcoming event. The Thursday elevation, I wanted to say experience. So the card can be an introduction to, okay, you want more information, please attend this. Or would you like more information, please get on this Zoom. And then go to your app and send the person the link to the Zoom. This is doing business, guys. So I'm saying this is how you build your business. This is how you use the information that we're laying out in a consecutive or constructive kind of way for you to be able to rely on and have people be able to go get information. So thank you, Kathy, for the next one. So now here is where the newness comes. So freshen up, take a look. Let me see what time it is so I can get us off this line. Akana's internal goal is to affect 10,000 families in the next 6 months. And that will be starting December 24th to May 2025. And why is that? Hold on one second. Because what we want to do, I don't know what the next, can I see what the, okay, you can go back again for me a second. You can go back to, okay. So because what we're going to do is we're going to engage 100 distributors to create at least 20 new customers a month who purchase 1 of 5 identified blood type kits or packs. So this was not on the information that I had submitted to Melissa, so she didn't have it. And so what the idea is, Akana has thousands of distributors. So out of our thousands distributors, we're looking for 100 distributors a month to at least get 20 customers. And the key for the 20 customers is what I'm going to share in the next slide. But the thing is that how simple is that? And the numbers that you're going to see as a result of just committing to 20 customers a month is just going to be astronomical. So so what's gonna happen when we identify the 100 distributors who would want to participate, everything is, on you guys if you want to do it, is that we're going to be tracking the count. Tracking the count will take place via a monthly sales of 5 specific products. So now, product number 1 is the $12.99 blood type kit. Product number 2, kit number 2 is the $5.99 starter kit. And then guys, you guys are distributors, so I'm not going to tell you what's in these kits because y'all supposed to know. Or go on your website and see what's in each of these kits. Product kit number 3 is the $49.95 starter kit. And then number 4 is the $109 auto ship special. And that one, guys, you really want to work with that one because that's when you get your repeat business, because you want people to use that fuel and then get on an auto ship. So you want to pay a lot of attention to that Zoom training when it comes up. And then voila, the $4.99 family pack. I don't know how many people have seen that family pack, but it is fantastic because you can take care of 5 or more family members with one pack. So that's less than $100 a person in a family. I'm not going to go through it either because I want you to go on the website and look, but I know you get the bitters tea, you get the blood type, cards, you get and it's actually something else I was thinking about. I don't know if you get the coffee in that. So I think you might get the coffee in that, but let's not talk. I can't explain it. Sorry about that. But go and look on that. So these are the 5 product or kits or packs that we're going to be able to track for the 20 customers that are going to be identified for your account for 20 a month. And then why are these the products? They all contain the blood type test kit, which signals introducing the blood type concept. So what we were able to do is, in looking at the Guinness Book of Records and the research that we did, you had to have identified exactly the blood. It was so many identifying and replicable things that you had to put together. And then they wanted to eliminate the broadness of what you could do to get in their books. And so we're like, well, we kind of like when they want to be able to do more. So if you look at those kits, I sell blood type kits all the time. Just, here's a kit, and then when a person's ready, then I take them to the next step. So as you get more comfortable with this and as the months go on, you guys are going to be able to see how those 5 kits will get you far into these numbers, or get a kind of far into the numbers that we're trying to create. So these orders will appear in the distributor's back office, and Akana will be able to verify the monthly count. And guess what? We're also going to have a leaderboard. And so on that leaderboard, we're going to be able to see for the month who's in the lead with their 20 new customers. So distributors will be able to download the contact and tracking sheet from the Akana app to keep a written log of actual sales. The goal is 20 new blood type customers per month per distributor, or for distributors to have at least 20 new blood type customers over whatever period of time it takes to be added to the count. A leaderboard will be maintained. So some people are going to be, you're going to catch up later. Some people are ready to go now with going for the 20. But once you start, and you're going, this contact tracking sheet, I don't know if you know, but on the app right now, the strategy for the plugger strategy is a video, but it's also a PDF. We're going to put the contact and tracking sheet in a PDF on the website too, and I assume this training will be on there too, so you'll be able to get to that later. But everybody's not ready. But on that tracking sheet, it has 20 slots. And so as you get your customers, once you fill out, and that's going to be for you to keep your own tracking information. Once you get your, go back for me 1 minute. Once you get your 20, now you can contact Akana and let us know that you have your 20, and then we'll have to go in your back office and identify those 20 customers to put you on the leaderboard as having completed 20 customers. Some people will be able to complete 20, 30, 40 customers, 20 to 40 customers a month, depending on how fast they go. But a sheet is what we need for you to complete in customers, and then we can track it on your back office as to were those customers put in place. So we're going to we'll talk about this some more, and I'm going to open up for questions if you guys have them in the end. But that's the concept behind that. That contact and tracking sheet will be on the app. So now I will, thank you. So now, Akana's 6-month goal. So this is our projected goal, guys. If we go from December 2024 to May 2025, with 100 distributors, and it's open to all distributors, and if each distributor gets 20 new customers, that equals 2,000 new customers a month, times 6 months as 12,000 new customers representing families. So what was our 6-month goal? Our 6-month goal was 10,000 customers. 10,000, introducing 10,000 families, 10,000 people to the blood type eating campaign. So there you go. And so you see how simple it is when enough of us are on the same page and can do that. So thank you, Kathy, for the next. And guys, we are at the end. Keeping in mind that another version of the plugger might come into play as we refine our marketing approach, because what happened is just like we did the Guinness, and then we did the change, and then now we have the new refined. We might come up in 8 months when we get to the end of this 6 months and say, oh, we identified that we need to go more and be more focused in this area. So we might get a new plugger. So I'm just saying that might be a possibility. So I'll go for the next. Okay, so before we get to this is an additional tool in our toolbox, guys. And I know I'm going to get some people to give us some testimonies on this. Those 11 by 17 blood type charts, these are game changers when it comes to educating potential customers. So have you seen them? You need to get yours. It's amazing, this card. I mean, I did a little vending last Friday, and they come to the table and they want to read it. They want to see, can I take a picture of it? And so it is a part of the Black Card promotion that we have coming up for Black Friday. I got my set coming, okay, because I can see already how valuable that card is. People love it. And I know Diana uses it for placemats at her house. So when people come to eat at her house, you're going to read about the blood type and the eating and that kind of thing. And so that's another tool. It's on the website. Now here is me looking at the website. And I'm telling y'all, I'm a distributor, so I'm always looking for ways to build my business. So if you get the packet, you're going to get these 50, I think, of the cards, 40 of the A, O, B, and then 10 of the A and B. And then you're going to get all your other products, so to set up. But if you need just to get one of the cards, there's $30 on the website. Go get a card. Go get your card, or go get 2 or whatever. But then there's also a pack of 50 cards. I forget how many it is, for $3.99, which turns out to be about $13 a card. But if you go on Amazon and you search the blood type eating cards, you're only going to get an A or a B or a O or a AB, and they are $24.95. And then when you put tax on there, it's $30. You can get it off your own website. So I'm just wanting you guys to know that all of these tools and information that you need to build your business are at your fingertips. So that's what I wanted to say. It's just that simple, guys. Join the campaign. And thank you for attending the training. And then we'll open it up for any questions.
Excellent, excellent job. Thank you for putting that together. Margaret,
Well,
appreciate it.
you are welcome.
Absolutely.
So
This is
did I
exciting.
mesmerize you guys to the point y'all ain't got no questions?
That's
So everybody's satisfied. Everybody knows how to take advantage of their business.
I think they can unmute now.
Oh, they couldn't unmute. Okay.
Yep, that was a problem.
Good evening,
have-
good evening.
okay.
This is Gigi.
Oh,
How's everybody doing?
hey, Gigi, hey.
Yes. I love, what we're doing to expose people about how they need to eat according to their blood type, and especially to be able to increase their health because there's so many people out here that really need this information. But what I wanted to know is that, because I'm not looking at the website, is that plugger, that last one?
The new one,
The new one, is it on the website yet?
she's gonna try to get it in the morning.
Yeah, it's not on the website, but it will be.
Yeah, she's got, with a pre-sale, like, because we gotta project how many days it's gonna take to print it and it'll be back. But it's gonna be, she's gonna put it on for order tomorrow.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, well, I'm ready to go,
Yeah, it's
And,
a beautiful plugger, I'm telling you.
It is.
I mean, and with Ernestino in there,
That's too
hey,
cute. Yeah, it's beautiful.
that just sets it off.
That's a 7-day to 21, and that's everything, guys, totally.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Yes.
Yeah, Elton from St. Louis.
Hey, Elton, nice to meet you.
Same here. I'd like to know, you mentioned that you can put your contact information on the plugger. Is that something you do from the back office, or how you do that?
Okay, so are you your distributor?
Yes.
You have the app?
Yes.
Okay, so if you go on the app under recordings, and there is a plugger strategy recording that's under, what is it, under blood type eating or something? There's a whole strategy, and it tells you how to get the Avery card and what information to put on there.
All right.
Avery label is what she's talking about.
The Avery labels.
Avery style labels. There's a template that she's talking about, and she goes over that in the training. But there's a template that is specific to the size of the contact area, and I'll bring that up so you guys can see where.
And Elton, who's your upline?
Dr. Betty.
Okay, so then have her put you in connection with some people in Chicago, and Kathy, who's helping us right now by giving us some instruction. They have been putting their QR code on the label too. So please get with Dr. Betty and share with her that you'd like to get a little bit more training on that.
Okay.
Okay.
That area where you put your information at, it's going to be big enough to be able to put the QR code in there.
Minister Mooney, go on his page, go under the Akana lifestyle. He did a training with his team on Monday, and he taught them how to measure the area, put their information on there and their QR code. I was like, really? So y'all better be calling. And I didn't get him for this call, but I'm saying they have to do a training on that one. And if you go on a kind of lifestyle, he did some graphics, some pictures of what he did. And when you see that card, I'm like, how did he do that? So yeah.
Margaret. Well, I know I can get the label on there, but I'm just, concerned about the QR code.
You can get the QR code, make it 0.5. Like when you're resizing it, make it 0.5, and then also make your lines 1, like not 1.5, kind of squeeze it in a little bit for the lines, and it
Okay.
fits. I'm putting my labels on right now,
Oh,
and
okay,
it looks
great.
nice.
Yeah, the Avery, you go to avery.com and you have your labels. I'm telling you, they take you step by step. It looks intimidating, but once you start working with it, it's really not. They go step by step, and you can make that QR code as small as you want to, and it'll still work.
Okay, well, I do the labels, but every time I see a QR code, it's kind of big, so I just have to make the
And you gotta-
adjustment,
you gotta check.
Albany said, to make it a 0.5.
Yeah, and that's a game changer right there.
Hi.
Anybody?
Okay, good.
Yes, hi, Margaret. This is Naina. I wanted to ask, I wasn't clear on what you were saying about people going to the home page. Could you go back over that? What were you saying?
Mhm. So you have to go to that website, which is, I'm looking at it myself.
Are you talking
It
about
is,
knowyourbloodtype.com?
knowyourbloodtype.com.
Okay.
If you go there, that website is designed for starter kit 1 and starter kit 2. When people get their code to find out their blood type, they put
Mhm.
their code in there and they can get their blood type download. But then
Okay.
if a person hasn't purchased a kit and they just go to that website, you can direct them to go to, if on the laptop, there is a menu at the top, and it says home, about us, this or that, just like any website. You press home, it takes you to the Flat Belly Lifestyle website. Our normal Flat Belly Lifestyle website, it takes you to there and you get all of that information. How to get the free ebook, all of that. So
Okay.
that's a strong website. But then if you do it on your cell phone, it's the little 3 lines. And like I said, Bernadine calls them hamburgers. You press on that and it gives you a drop down box. And then the drop down box, you select home and it'll take you to the Flat Belly Lifestyle website. And the reason why I was interested in it, if people know, when I first started out with this information, I used to do the trifold brochure and send and use page 4 from the free ebook, and then send people to that website to download the free ebook. But this is, the more trained you are in that, you can give your customers so much information. They can get that digital download, they can get the 11 by 17 cards, and they can get the free ebook. That's all from that one website. Well,
Okay.
not the 11 by 7, not the 17 card, but you can really train them. You can really give them a lot of information.
Okay, thanks, Margaret.
You're welcome. Anybody else? And then we got 3 minutes and we're out.
Thank you, Margaret. Great job.
Thank you, Gigi. You know I love it. I know, Mom Mitchell, you got to go. Felicia, thank you.
I'm out too.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. iPhone, you're unmuted. You had a question?
No, I don't have a question. I just wanted to say hello.
Hey, Anthony.
I'm a little late, I guess.
Well, you get the recording and you'll get caught up. Thanks,
Yes, that's the blessing that we have. We can go to the recording and we can listen to it.
There you go. And get trained. Make some money.
Amen.
Amen.
Have a good night.
You too. Thank you, guys. So there was one person I had said I was going to ask to say something, but I can't remember who it is now. But if you remember, please step up. Okay, so we are going to shut it down. Guys, be on the call in the morning so we can get our week started out right and kill the rest of this year. We're on a new run, but it's the same one. It's just going to grow and grow and grow. So thank you guys. Kathy, thank you for everything. I know you worked so hard this afternoon to make this happen. I do appreciate it.
My
And we are
pleasure to help.
we're
Listen, this is really great. This is a streamlining of us getting everything out that we wanted to get out to everyone with the streamlining of this generational health coined by Ma Mitchell and lived by so many of you beautiful queens and kings, you know, that generational health that Gigi is creating, that you, Margaret, are creating, that Ma Mitchell is creating, that Elizabeth Ann is creating, that Diana Coleman, all of you ladies and gentlemen that are out there living the life, this is just a tool for you to run forward and showcase it in an efficient way.
absolutely. Thank you for that. That was a nice closing. So guys, guys have a rest of a beautiful Sunday evening, and we will see you at the top, at the very top.
Have a good night.
Good night.